everybody. It's me again, Cossimoses the First, the living Pharaoh, that what you shall be, or maybe what you already is. Depends on your level of spirituality and what you done learn from life. So today I'm going to share a few poems with you. It's like I always do. I'm going to continue the Chicago Street Poet series. And today I'm going to share with you To Run Away, Inner Turmoil, Tips, A Made Man, and last but not least, They Can't See. And like I've been doing lately, after I read the poem, I'm going to elaborate a little bit with you and, kind of give you a little inspiration of where I was coming from when I wrote it. But don't think that that's all to get out of the poem, because there's more to get out of it than what I elaborate on. So just letting you know, if you got to watch it over a second time, 2 or 3 times, do what you got to do to get what you need to get out of it. Because like all poets, we are inspired by the Father, the Eternal One, and it's lessons to be learned from poetry. All the religions of the world was created by poetry, even if it was turned into something that really limits the human capacity of spirituality. It still was inspired by somebody that was inspired by a greater purpose and a higher power. So, to run away. I tried to stay focused, but I didn't try hard enough. Fell weak to all the obstacles, bowed down when times got rough. Grew strength from past struggles, but didn't expect any more. It was time to make things happen. This I knew for sure. As I started on the path, adversity grew everywhere. I let it overwhelm me, losing my sense of care. With the intensity of my thoughts, a plan to be perfected, to constantly lose my fate from obstacles unrejected. There was no way for me to lose unless I ran away. Too much attention paid to others. In the plan I fell astray. How could I have planned a plan and left out room for foes? One by one distractions come. This is how life goes. A struggle is forever constant when the plan is based on right. There is a way to win like the day wins overnight. Submerged in the world, falling weak and bowing down. My plan was left in thought when no action brought around. This happens to a lot of us. With breath we're never through. The perfect plan is never easy. The struggles we must subdue. If asked why I failed, there's only one thing I can say. When it was time to go further, I turned back and ran away. Now with this poem, it's about how we can easily be on the right path, but then we got these Lucifers in the air. A lot of times we want to blame it on certain individuals and certain people, but we have to understand that we live in a world where it's other worlds all around us in the midst of things, and it's all type of entities that don't have bodies, that disembodied, that hate us, but they can manipulate our minds. They can put negative thoughts in our minds, and a lot of times these entities going to jump in, whoever is around you that's a weak-minded individual, and use them to make you weak and tear you down, because you probably care about them or love about them. Or well, not love about them, but you probably care about them or love them. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes I go too fast, but you understand what I'm saying. So basically with this poem, I'm telling you how you can be on the right path and you're doing good, but then you let all the obstacles around you turn you away from everything and cause you to fall and defeat yourself. And this is in everything we do in life. Everything that's good in life. It's always going to be obstacles in the way to try to stop us, because we got entities that hate us and hate our Creator. And they're out here in the midst of us trying to influence things and tear us down. So everybody, to run away. I hope you get something out of that. If not, look at the video again and get something out of it the second time. My next poem is called Inner Turmoil. A fire burns inside me. Fresh water puts it out. An inner conflict so intense, my life's a double route. Fresh water flowing smoothly, it evaporates to steam. My life was moving finely. Current events now make me scream. This sounds just about right, but that sounds even better. Am I to survive this ordeal, or should I write a suicide letter? A double-minded man, enslaved by his own mind, don't know which way to go. In his thinking, he's behind. A demon holds the sword, an angel builds up power. Which one do I mean to aid, constant shifting by the hour? Why do I make things difficult? These voices in my head. Am I to accept all your advice, or should I take all his instead? So many different ideas and ways, many roads lead to confusion. A mind swaying from right to left in a constant state of delusion. This frustration weighs me down. There must be a way to let it go. I wish to think with a sound mind to rise above what is below. This battle continues constantly. One day my mind will clear. I won't give up my fight for freedom. These voices I won't hear. So basically, that's about the inner turmoil that we all face. We are two-part beings where we have a higher self and a lower self. The lower self is the flesh self, the one that's dealing with time, that's dying. Okay, it's running out of time, so it want to do all the bullshit it can before it don't exist no more. But then you got a part of you that's your higher self, the one that's connected with the Father, the Eternal One, Allah, whatever you want to call them. And this one ain't dealing with time. This one has never run out of time. This one's got eternity. And when it drops the lower self, it can pick up another one at will. That's just how we are. We built and we made like that to learn the lessons that we need to learn so that we can grow. So basically, the poem Inner Turmoil is about this never-ending battle that we have to face until we become a master of the self, where we can shut the lower self down at will and only listen to it when it's time to eat, shit, piss, or something like that. Because other than that, it ain't about nothing but folly. And we have a path, and we have lessons to learn in life in order to grow and find the God within, that we may become something and build better worlds in this piece of shit world that we're living in right now. All right. My next poem is called Tips, and check me on out. I hope you get something real good out of this, because it's something good to get out of all my poems. Survival is on one end, and death is on the other. Everyone's a suspect from your neighbor to your brother. Everything you've accomplished and everything you have gained, there's someone out to get it, to dim your evict that's stained. Do they love you and respect you, or are they by your side for gain? Will their presence be fruitful or end in major pain? Don't fear to accept the truth. Find out who you are. Make the proper changes. In life, you can get far. Watch who you keep around you. Know the extent of their bond. Then you'll know who is who to keep and who to pawn. Let no one play you fool, not even the one you love. Sacrifice must be made if you are to ever be above. Be kind and just to all until they think that they are slick. Then show them your other side. They'll see you're just as sick. Wrong can never be right. Only a fool tries to make it. So keep him away from you. The bullshit, he can take it. Why settle for less when you got everything in there? Bring it out like fire. Like cowards, they all scared. So basically, that's back to the points I'm trying to make in this video. How whenever you're on the right path, you got everything around you trying to stop you. I mean, this is a war. We in a battlefield, okay? And it's a spiritual battlefield. It's not physical. These physical wars is nothing compared to the spiritual wars that we've been fighting for eternity, okay? So we need to focus on spirituality and know who is being controlled by the lower self, who is being controlled by the higher self, and you can't let your emotions blind you just because you care about that person, just because you love them or whatever. If they controlled by the lower self and more lower self bullshit comes out of them than higher self shit, get them the fuck away from you. Because you can't let them make you stain your soul by busting their shit, killing them or something like that. That's what they want. They want you to take them out. They want you to be just as fucked up as them. Because the lower self want to spread bullshit everywhere. So you have to be strong enough to know, hey, this one, he is a Lucifer, man. Let me get this fool up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And once they know you know who they are, like a coward, they gonna flee. Bottom line, man. Because their cover been blown. So this is just tips on how I'm telling you about survival and what to look out for and how to understand that in this world, it's a spiritual battle. It's not a physical one. It's spiritual. We in spiritual warfare every day. Just waking up, having to shit and piss. It's a spiritual war, I'm just telling you the way it is. All right. My next poem is called A Made Man. So hit me out. Check it out. Growing up without guidance, searching for the way to be, unsure of what I'm doing, hoping it's right for me. Thankful for the breath of life, but unsure of how to use it. How can I be meaningful? A gift so great I can't abuse it. Searching for the solution to know my purpose of being. What am I to become through all the negative that I'm seeing? Everyone claims to have the answers, but what they know is nothing. I choose to be my own way. In my own heart, I am something. To be bold and proud, to stand for honor and right, to neglect trends and custom, thinking freely, building might, to escape a sense of belonging, to stand out from the crowd. I won't give up my morals to fit in and please a crowd. The world teaches us wrong. It puts limits on our mind. You either succeed or you fail according to the way that they define. Society, religion, and politics were created through power and greed, making everyone a puppet designed to fulfill every need. Seeing clearly through it all, I won't be caught in the trap. I'll live my life my way and ignore your lies and crap. Either let them make you or make yourself what you are. The secrets are in ourselves. We've wasted time so far. So what I'm telling you in this poem called The Made Man is to make yourself. Become your own man. You make you, okay? You don't let them make you. You don't let the world influence you. You don't let their trends and customs. Because everybody wearing skinny jeans, you don't make yourself look like a faggot and wear skinny jeans. You see what I'm saying? Wake up. Don't follow the trends and customs. Think about it. Think about what you really want to do. Don't do it because everybody else is doing it. Because 9 times out of 10, if everybody doing it, the shit is wrong. Because most people is controlled by the lower self, the impulse, the spur of the moment. And that's this motherfucker that's finna die. So he want to do all the bullshit he can for his time run out because he know he ain't got eternity. But the real you got eternity. So the real you got to make you. All this shit that they use, society, religion, politics, 9 times out of 10, all this shit is wrong. All of it can be taken the wrong way. You have to find the truth in everything, and you have to follow that. And you can't pay attention to what everybody else is doing. You have to follow the higher self, your heart. You have to follow what's in you. You feel what I'm saying? Wake up and smell the coffee. Know what you want to do. Figure out why you here. Sit back and relax and come to the realization why you here and what you really want to do. Don't do shit because if I do this, that's going to make so-and-so do this. And if I do this, that's going to make them do this. And if I do this, that's going to make them like me. Don't let them influence you. Be your own man. You make you. You do what you got to do to become you and be what you want to be in the future once you leave this damn world. Because it goes on and on and on. This shit ain't nothing but 2 seconds in eternity. Real talk. A made man, everybody. Now, last but not least is They Can't See. And in They Can't See, I'm going to tell you a story. And I'm going to tell you a story about a conscious person who woke up and realized that he was a god. And I'm finna tell you how he saw things, but everybody else around him couldn't see. They can't see, everybody. He was a god among them, born way beyond his time. No one could ever fuck with him because they couldn't conceive his mind. He saw everything clearly, always before the others. No one could ever plot on him. He knew who were his brothers. Many would try him, yet their plans would always fail. You cannot manipulate a god. Your tries will bring you hell. Many would come into his life with intentions of only themselves. They would prey on his generosity, trying their best to destroy his wealth. He would see it in their eyes, their insidious, manipulative plan. Remaining silent, calm, and cool, he always gained the upper hand. In the world of the ugly, they know not who to try. To them we all are victims. Through slickness they will die. He would see their fate. He would tell them all he could. He would warn them of their actions, giving advice of what is good. With a dissimulation and trickery, it is them who gets the trick. Only the real will get ahead. Misery will reward the slick. He had a lot of advice to share, and it was exactly for their knowing. Fools get left behind in life. The wise, they keep on going. If bullshit is what you give, then expect it in return. There's no reason to cry now. We get exactly what we earn. A god is what he is. A victim he will never be. Those who have tried him, like the foolish, they can't see. And with that poem, I'm breaking down really the Christ consciousness. When one comes to the realization that he's a God, he has stumbled across the Christ consciousness, or should I say, the cosmic consciousness, the notion that everything is infinite love and that all is one. Everything is energy, and everything is a different aspect of that energy with an infinite possibility sharing a different experience. And once you come to that realization, you walk with a different light from everybody else because you know everything is a part of you. And with the notion of what you know, you gain a moral responsibility. And in this moral responsibility, you have to carry yourself a certain way, and you have to treat people a certain way, regardless of what they are doing. Regardless if they hate you, regardless if they want to murder you, regardless if they want to destroy you or whatever, you still have to show them love and kindness. You still have to want to help them until it becomes so unbearable that you just have to get away from them and let them be until they come to the notion of the experience that they had with you of how, man, I should have been learning from this guy, and this is how I should have been, instead of trying to fuck him over. But if you stay around them and continue to be used by them, then they can't learn. So you have to get the fuck away from them in order for them to wake up. Because you are a God. And it's the duty and obligation of every man in this world to come to the realization that they are a God and that all is one. And it's all about equality and freedom. Because all of us is just another aspect of each other. You understand me? So with this thought, I'm going to end this portion or this episode of the Chicago Street Poet. I hope you gain wisdom from my poetry. I hope you've got a better understanding. I hope some of this could touch on the things that was going on in your life, and you can get a better understanding of what's going on in your life from listening to my work. So with that thought, I want you all to have a wonderful life. I want you all to find the love in your life and follow that. I want you to find the God within and follow that. And last but not least, I want you all to understand the 5 highest principles known to man: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And let that be your beacon light and guidance for us to create a better world and uplift fallen humanity. With that thought, have a wonderful day.